All right, so this is the creative program guide. Basically, I'm going to run through everything that you need to know about the creative program and how you can become successful in it. The main topics that I'm talking over in this video are applying to basically if I say CBF, or if you see on my, I can't even think of it, on my Canva thing I created, it says CBF, that's just Creative Beta Fund, so just know that for future references. But basically, we're going to go over the applying to the Creative Beta Fund, the basics of faceless content, optimizing the process when you're creating your videos, and avoiding violations and bans. Because I would say when you're in the program, avoiding violations and bans it's the number one thing, because they will ban you for any possible reason they can imagine to. They do not want to give you the money. Like, imagine like a company is trying to keep as much money as they possibly can in their pockets. So if they can think of a way to ban you, they're going to ban you and they're going to take that money back. And they've done it to me plenty of times. Like I don't know, I've probably lost in just money they've taken away straight out of my account, not even accounts banned. I've probably lost like $20,000 of money they've just taken out of my accounts. But I've learned through it, and now that I've learned from it, you guys don't have to make the same mistake basically. Basically, we're gonna move straight into it. But this TikTok CBF, TikTok Creative Beta Fund, the rules are you need 10,000 followers to get into the program. You need to be 18 or older, because obviously you can't hook up like all your bank account stuff and all that other stuff if you're not 18, and they won't pay you out. You need 100K views in the past 30 days, and that's like 30 days running. But if you're at 10,000 followers and you just got there, you will most definitely have 100,000 views by that point. You should not be worrying about that at all. Next, you have to have a US based account to really be earning, and you want to push towards US based viewers, because that's how you get the highest amount of money earned basically, and the highest rate. Next, each video individually that you post, it has to have 1,000 views to qualify for the Creative Beta program, because if it's not at 1,000 views, you can't possibly earn money on it. But then again, if you're at that 10,000 followers and you're still posting consistently, you're gonna be way above that 1,000. Like, it's not gonna matter much. You should not have to worry about that. Next, you can't earn money with duets and stitches, or you can't earn money with photo slides basically. They just won't pay out for that stuff because they don't consider that as like original, or as in like something that's acceptable for them to pay. I don't know why they don't pay for the image ones, even though it technically should make sense that they should pay out. They just don't for some reason, which, not gonna lie, I'm not surprised, because TikTok's not the nicest company, to be honest. And dude, be aware of random bans. You will get banned for basically the smallest possible thing. And when you do get banned, appeal that. Or if your video gets violated and taken down, appeal it. Like 100% you need to appeal all of them, because it's the best chance of staying in and not getting kicked out at all. Because usually there's great odds in which videos automatically get right back in after you appeal them and which videos don't. Like, if you get a security reasons, you cannot get that video back in. If you get unoriginal content, you cannot get that video back in. But a common one they will do is if your video got taken down for like bullying or like a sexual violation, which could even be words, they might take it down for that reason. Those videos will typically get back in unless your violation really mattered, because they're just gonna look over it and be like, okay, yeah, it's fine, it doesn't matter. His video is gonna go right back up, and usually they'll put it back up. But if it's for security reasons and unoriginal content, those videos would not get back up no matter what. And if you get kicked from the fund for security reasons, that is a very rough day, because there's two reasons you got kicked for security reasons. One, you will never get that account back in. I don't like, so they don't really tell you which one you got for, but if you got security reasons, like let's say you shared how much you earned on TikTok and they took your account down for security reasons, because you're technically not supposed to show how much you make, you can get that account back in. But if you don't know why you got kicked and you got security reasons, that account is toast, and they also might ban your phone, but most of the time they don't. It's very rarely that they ban your phone, but I've had my phone banned before, and that's also why I have multiple phones. So yeah. But next we have the basics of faceless content and really what it is completely. Oh goodness. Okay, so with faceless content, there's two strategies you can do. You have original content, which you can have original content in the other one, but content you create, you animate, you make everything about it, not just editing it. That is original content. You made it all. Then you have borrowed content. It's legal because as long as you make edits to it, it is legal. Even captions, or even writing on top of it, like putting a title on it, that technically makes it legal for you to post. But yeah, there's two different ways: original and then borrowed content. Borrowed content is best if you don't have time to create the videos yourself, basically. Next, there's infinite niches when it comes to faceless content. Like anything you can possibly imagine creating, create it, because there is infinite niches. Like animation's a huge niche. Horror stories is a huge niche. Reddit videos is a huge niche. Like there's niches for anything you can possibly imagine for. You just have to hit that audience, which is why you warm up your account, so you can hit that audience on the first time. All right, next, softwares to produce and edit each content. The main softwares that I would promote is Premiere Pro and then CapCut. CapCut is good for adding the basics, I would say, but it is definitely the best free editing software you can possibly get. But then I would say if you want to step up your level and start actually producing mass amounts of content out, Premiere Pro is by far the best, and it is by far the cheapest option compared to other resources at the same level. But I use Premiere Pro. I don't really use CapCut anymore, but when I started, I did use CapCut, and it actually worked pretty well for me. But now that I make a lot of content, at one point I was managing 40 accounts a day, roughly. 40 accounts a day, 10 videos each account. So I was spending 3.5 hours making those, and I would just huge batches of videos I would just create on Premiere Pro, because that's where you can make huge batches, whereas CapCut you can really only make maybe one video and then you clip it up into 10 different parts. That's really what you could do. But on Premiere, without having terribly slow loading times, you can make 100 clips and you'd be fine. All right, so what's the benefit of faceless content is you are a director and not an influencer. So your face is not even out there. You don't have to put your face out there, because that is the reason it's called faceless content, is your face isn't out there. So if you want to be private and you don't want to be public or be showing out your face throughout the entire internet, faceless content is for you. You can go viral with anything, but the reason I do faceless content is because I don't know. I always had a fear in the beginning of posting myself on the internet and just having millions of people seeing me. But I guess I don't have that fear anymore. Not millions of people see me, but yeah, it definitely is a huge benefit that no one can see you and you can kind of just post anything you want. But yeah, you're a director and not an influencer, so you're behind the screen making all that stuff, not out in the front lines having people watch you, basically. Dude, the best benefit about faceless content is it is easily outsourceable. So let's say you're making, let's say you scale up how many accounts you are currently doing. Let's say you're doing 10 accounts. That's definitely manageable. 20 accounts, manageable. 30 accounts, manageable. 40 accounts, manageable. But when you're getting up to 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 accounts, that is unmanageable to do by yourself unless you are at top tier. I could probably do 100 accounts, but it might take me 5 hours to post on 100 accounts. And I don't have 5 hours I can just give out of my day. I'm a college student, bro. I'm a college student trying to not do college technically, but I don't mind it. But yeah, it's easily outsourceable. If you want to outsource it, you can either outsource it to a friend, or outsource it to someone on Upwork, Fiverr, a bunch of different sites that you can find people to do your own work for you. And you don't have to outsource just like making the videos. You can outsource people posting on your account. Or honestly, I wouldn't recommend people or outsourcing the process of posting on your account because you have private information on the account and I wouldn't let people in the accounts. But you can outsource like the scripts that you write for your accounts. Like let's say a Reddit video you make, you can outsource the script process of just someone making a script because ChatGPT usually makes boring ass scripts. So outsource it to someone that actually has emotion and can actually create a cool script. Or you could outsource the animation process. Like if you don't know how to make good animation, but you really want to make really good faceless content, find someone on Upwork that can make really good animation and just find a price point where you're making more on your views or throughout your whole entire account, and then they're just getting a little fraction. So you're just making big profits basically. Yeah, anything is outsourceable. Just depends on like if you have time for it or if you don't have time for it. Next, we have optimizing the process. Dude, optimizing is the biggest key after you have everything down. Because let's say you're spending 5 hours a day doing the nothing is optimized in your process. You're not using Premiere Pro. You're not making a shit ton of videos at once. You're using CapCut, making individual videos. Then you just make another individual video and another individual video. The best ways to optimize your the process is to literally to make multiple videos at once. So let's say you have a fan page and you have, I use chains again, you have 5 videos of chains. You can make all 5 of those at the exact same time, and then when you have those 5 videos, you can clip them up into minute sections because that's what you need to have is 1 minute long. You can clip those up into 1 minute sections, and now you have, let's say each one was 8, I don't even know what I said, 5 videos, 8 minutes. Okay, now you got 40 clips. That's way better than having one video and clipping it up to 8, like literally 8 different videos. Like you have 5 accounts worth of posts rather than one. It just makes sense to make multiple at a time, especially when you get to bigger batches like 40 videos and you clip them up to like hundreds of videos. That's when it really gets crazy. That's basically for optimizing the process. Premiere Pro, that's number 1. You can do it on CapCut, but it is not the best. Or at least I have found it's not the best. Set templates in Premiere Pro. You can really find how to make templates. Just literally look up YouTube videos and just anything that you want to optimize. Let's say captions. You really want to make the same captions every single time, which I would recommend on your videos. You have the exact same captions because it helps with the theme of your page. You have the exact same captions every single time. Create a template, and then when you're making your captions, you can just click on that template. Boom, auto sources. You don't have to create the size, any of that, because it's all the exact same every single time. And it definitely saves you a lot of time, to be honest. All right, post on multiple platforms. So let's say you have TikTok. Jeez, what was that? Okay. Let's say you have TikTok. Also, you have an Instagram account and a YouTube account. I wouldn't recommend. This would only really work if you're doing original, your own type of content. You're not borrowing others or editing it, because then I would highly recommend, or highly, I would not post on other platforms if you're doing that, because most of the time it won't do well. It just won't. But if you're making like original content and you made it all yourself, post it on YouTube, post it on Instagram. It'll help you grow, and it doesn't hurt to post on multiple platforms because it literally takes a little bit more time, and now you have 3 times the amount of I can't think of the word. You have like 3 times the out-facing front than you do. That does not make sense. I don't know. You're just optimizing your time 3 times more, basically. Next, save videos and drafts for the future. So let's say you make a batch, make an extra set of videos and just put them in your drafts. Yes, it can take up a lot of space in your phone, like gigabyte wise, but if you have the space, I would highly recommend doing it, because maybe there's a day where you can't create videos, Boom. You have them in your drafts. It literally takes a couple seconds. Post, 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 post. Videos are done for the day. And next time when you have more time, create another batch and just put them in your drafts. I've used this countless times, just putting a bunch of videos in my drafts because I'm like, wow, I have a very busy day tomorrow, or I'm traveling tomorrow, I'm not gonna be able to post. Boom. I still got my post in, still making money, and it's just easy as that. Next, post every day, multiple times per day. When it comes to optimizing, if you're not posting every day, you're not optimizing to the maximal potential. Like, post every single day. And there is a limit to how much times you can post in a single day, but that really only matters to the level of your account. And what I mean by that is, if you have a fresh account, do not post more than 10 times just on that account in that day, because your views will usually average lower because they're like, well, why are you spamming me? Why are you spamming all these videos? But let's say you have a account that's set in stone, already at 10K followers. Feel free to post 40 times on that account. You're literally just only helping yourself. Like, they're not going to notice anything different, and they're just going to post or push out your content the exact same. Like, I bet you if you have 10,000 followers, you're already set in stone. If you post 40 videos, they're all going to be pretty much around the exact same views, except if they got some of them went viral. Then obviously they'll be higher. But I bet you the base level, that the lowest the views will go, they'll all be consistent. Let's say you have average like 5K. Every video is going to get 5K, but then you're obviously going to have videos that blow up and pop off. Last tip I would have for you guys is create long videos and cut them up into the minimum requirement. The minimum requirement is 1 minute. But what I mean by that is, if you have a 10-minute video, why would you be putting them in 2-minute sections when it's not going to change the views at all? And if anything, people watch shorter videos. So I just clip them into 1-minute videos, and now you have 2 times the amount of videos you could post. Because if you have 2-minute videos, you need now 2 times the views, but there's no reason your video should get 2 times the views than if you have a 1-minute video, because they're watching the exact same video. And honestly, if you cut it up into the minimum, I found that works the best and you make the most money. Next, avoiding bans and violations. Like, this is the number one thing I would actually pay attention to in this whole entire course to save yourself in the long run, because it will save you months of consistent posting. And when you get banned, it hurts, dude. I have accounts that have 100,000 followers, and I cannot get them back into the program because I made some stupid decision and I got the account banned, basically. But how to not get banned is, obviously you don't have to follow community guidelines completely, because they're pretty strict with them, and like, their rules are usually, they don't enforce a crazy amount of them. But do not just consistently break community guidelines, because if you consistently break community guidelines, you're going to get a violation or account warning, and they will ban your account no matter what. Always dispute the video that got violated. So if you got violated for, let's say, harassment, any video, no matter what the topic is, can literally get reported for harassment because some random person reported you. And even if it wasn't, like, most of the time your video was fine and they're going to put it back up. But I mean, 5% of the time, maybe they just keep it down. But then again, 95% of the time they're going to put your video back in. So there's it's always a benefit to appeal, and there is no benefit to not appealing. Like, there literally is no benefit. Do not sell other people's merch. You will instantly get banned. So if you have a Chains account, do not sell his merch on your page. Like, do not act like you can't act like you're actually him. You have to play the role of a fan account. You cannot act like you're actually them, because that is impersonating them. And I've seen people try to post people's merch before, and their account pretty much got banned within the same day they tried posting it. It's a very stupid decision to try to do that, and you can also get sued. Next, 4 to 5 accounts per phone. That is the max I would do. You can definitely risk it and go 8, but when you have 8, do not log out of any of the accounts, because they'll see that you're logging in and out of the accounts, and they will ban your phone. And once your phone's banned, you need a new phone, and you also have to take the time that you spent building all those accounts, and you have to redo it. You have to spend the money on the phone and redo all the time that you took building those accounts. It's really not worth it. So I would keep max, like this is the rule I follow now. I keep max 4 to 5 accounts per phone I have. I have like, I have a lot of phones. I think I have like 6 or 7. Well, one of them, one band, so 6. Next, don't steal content without edits, or don't steal content without adding edits or your own style to it. You will get copyright, you will get original content, and your account will be banned because you can only have 5 unoriginal contents before your account's banned. But I mean, if you appeal them and it gets put back in, most of the time original content will not be put back in, or unoriginal content violations will not be put back in, but sometimes you can get lucky. But do not steal content without adding it. Like, even if you literally just, let's say you have a video and you literally just put your view baiting. So you just do, let's say you have a Kai Cenat video, and literally the video is just him doing something crazy. Literally just put some out-of-pocket title on it with maybe an emoji or something. That counts as editing. That counts as you edited the video, and you'll be fine. And your video will not be seen as unoriginal content, because if your video is seen as unoriginal content, they won't push it out. But literally as simple as adding a title, they'll push your content out. Or even captions. In Premiere Pro, you can just create captions and they will push your content out after that, because captions count as editing it, so you'll be fine. And legally, you'll be fine. If you have an account warning, be cautious. I wouldn't stop posting. I would very heavily reduce how much you are posting, though, because the more you're posting, the better chance your account's going to get banned, basically. Because if you're posting 10 videos a day, you have 10 chances of a video getting taken down, and you can only afford five videos to get taken down in a 30-day running period that don't get reapplied back in before your account's banned. So let's say you have 9 videos got taken down, but 5 got reapplied back in after you appealed them. You're still safe, obviously. But if you didn't appeal any of them and now you have 9 that are violated, you're going to get kicked and you're going to be banned and you're going to have a sad day, to be honest. Next, guideline violations reset after 30 running days. So let's say this video you posted got a violation and now you have 4 violations. I would slow how much you're posting, and then I would just, or you could just stop posting for 30 days and I would just wait out the time. And in 30 days, the video that got posted last will just be removed off there and you can start posting again and getting your violations. So yeah. Next, be creative. This is the biggest thing I have for you guys. Be creative. Creativity works. TikTok loves creativity. People on TikTok like creativity. Do something special that you haven't seen before. Yes, I told you guys to copy and follow trends, but following a trend is not always the best idea. Following a trend is good, but copying the exact trend is not always the best idea. You got to put your own spin on it. With those 50-50 videos, I'll put in an example. A trend for a while was literally just having your 50-50 video up here, having another 50-50, or having your another 50 video. Holy shit, cut that out. Okay, let's restart. A trend I saw is basically you have your top video here. You have another slim video here where you put your captions, and it's literally just blurry because it's in Premiere Pro it's called the gauge effect, and you can just make a strip of your video blurry, and then you have your satisfying content here. That was a trend for a while, and it was very creative. Who would think just having your normal content, a strip of blurry visioned out stuff with your captions, and then your satisfying content? For a while that was trending because people are like, wow, that's creative, that's weird, I like it, and it worked. And I hopped on the trend right away when I saw it, which was a benefit for me, but that one didn't last too long. But yeah, also you got to know when to hop off trends, but you'll know when that happens because your views will usually be heavily affected. But that's really all I have for you guys for the TikTok Creative Beta Program guide. And now you guys can you obviously can rewatch the video if you want to. But now you guys have all the information about like the rough aspects of TikTok and all that stuff. And now we're moving on to the juice, and you can watch the videos of my exact style guides and copy them to start creating your own videos.